So this problem actually is one of the most challenging ones we have in this homework. What we wanted to do is to solve for x, but you may realize this problem actually is not super easy to simplify, because you can see, well, this one you have a square working on the top of the whole log function. We never have a formulation for us to simplify it. We do have a formulation which looks something like that. And this exponent only works inside the log function, and I can throw exponent out. So what it means is I can apply to the first half of the problem and rephrase it by throwing the 6 out, and then I have log of x. So the problem we actually try to solve here is 6 times log of x equals log x squared. So once you got here, you may realize right away this looks almost identical to a problem we went over in class. So you have different ways to solve it. One way to do it is to do a quick cancellation on the left side and right side by dividing log of x. I would not recommend that, and you will see the reason once I finish this. So because I see log x appear repeatedly, and this is of order 1, this is of order 2, so I try the old drill. I rename it. I call the log x to be a. So my problem is 6a equals a squared. This is a quadratic function, so it's a squared minus 6a equals 0. It's a times a minus 6 is 0, which means a is 0 or a is 6. And this is the reason. This is the reason I do not recommend you to do cancellation right away, because if you decide just to cancel one term from left and right, you may forget that this term could potentially be 0. Canceling a 0 doesn't make sense. So you do want to include that in your discussion. So do a cancellation, divide something that's unknown from both sides of the equation may not be the best idea. Unless you explicitly track it. You say, okay, I'm just going to divide this term on both sides, solve what's left, but also add a comment to myself, I'm also going to solve that potential possibility, because by doing canceling, you throw away this possibility. Okay. Anyway, so by doing it, solve a quadratic function with the help of factoring, I find both answers. That means log of x is 0 or log of x is 6. So in this way, you convert it into the corresponding structure as exponential function, right? So this is what you end up with. And by the way, any finite number to the power of 0 is 1. So x equals 1, x into 10 to the 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are 2 of my potential solutions. If you directly go with cancellation of the same term on both sides, it's very likely you are going to forget one solution. Okay, so be a little bit careful about that.